So much happening in the world today. I felt this way when I recorded the song.
So how you been?
And this time I want to bring that vibe back.
Okay. So I just want to, I have a magazine called Coffea Magazine. I hope you looked at it for a second. But basically, we cover a lot of lifestyles about the entertainers or entrepreneurs out there. So we always like to have like iconic people give feedback or help us out during these times when you're trying to, push forward. So like you're a legend and you're from the Chicagoland area. So everybody's facing this pandemic scare and they're trying to make a positive pivot. Right. So I see you're still pushing through. You had a new project drop earlier this year.
Yeah, that's right. We dropped a project earlier this year called Lifetime, and it was kind of before the pandemic really kicked off. So a lot of the material on there probably would have had a different subject matter and meaning behind it. But Lifetime was definitely a feel-good project that I was proud to collaborate with Red Bull and do.
Okay. Yeah. And I also see you do a lot of you've been doing community work since I can remember, because I'm like right in the Chicagoland area. So you always speak about things that's happening now, and especially like the Black Lives Matter movement. Do you feel like you have a huge responsibility to say something about it, or how do you agree with how the entertainers are kind of responding to those things?
Well, I think everybody has their own mind and they respond in their own way. Sometimes I feel like my mind sways. Everybody's mind sways. You see so much going on, and you think in one way, and then you see something else, and it has you thinking another way. So I think one of the things is that it's very hard to fish out the truth these days. So I think people need to go above and beyond to make sure that they're able to fish out the truth in a lot of these manners. And like you said, as far as entertainers, I'm definitely glad that they do use their platform to speak about positive things and to bring about hope and change. So definitely, I think that's big.
Yeah, you've always played a big part in that. I've always appreciated that, because you've come in and you set a standard, especially like for Chicago entertainers. So I really appreciate that as well. Do you feel like you still are in a competing lane, or do you feel like your work is just your work, your platform? It's like, because you have new people that always bring you up, or they want to feature, or they say I can do this better than Twista did. So how do you feel about that competitive edge they keep trying to throw you into?
No, at this day and age, I feel like I did a lot. I feel like I don't really have a lot to prove in that aspect. So anything that comes to me at this point is about fun. Whatever happens is all fun and games. Like, I did all of my competing and trying to prove to the world that I was this rapper or that I was dope. So at this point, I got enough accolades, enough recognition, and anything is fun. Like my boy Pastor Troy say, hey, I'm just legend living right now.
Right. Do you have a collab you still wish you would have done? Because you're still making music. So do you have one person you still want to pull in the studio?
Many people. It's many people. Right offhand, I haven't got in the studio with Jadakiss. I would like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like we've been around each other in different aspects of doing our industry work, but we never got a chance to actually record. So maybe one day we'll get in.
Okay, yeah, I can see that happen. I know Busta dropped the project, and you and him to me are up there as far as speed rapping and me being able to hear every single word clear. How did you feel about his new project that he just dropped?
Busta is dope. I've always liked Busta, been a fan of him. I think what I like about his new project is that it takes me back to my original reasons for being a fan of Busta. I like what he does in the middle of his career when when he got a little on my vibe, but I was a fan of Busta with the scenario vibe.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah, when I hear some of his new music now, with the way he's able to sway in and out of styles and patterns, with the way he's doing it on his new project, it's very refreshing, and I like Busta.
But when you started, did you think of more of like the fame you made with EP, or did you do it strictly for the art of the music?
You said when I started
Did you start just for like seeing what fame you can achieve, or did you do it strictly just for the love of the music?
It was more for the love of the music. And the fame that I wanted to achieve was the fame of being a dope MC. So I wasn't really into it to be like this mega superstar. I wanted to be like what I saw. And what I saw was LL Cool J, Run DMC, KRS-One, these type of artists. So that's what I was trying to be.
Yeah, seeing that, were they like more of a mentor or inspiration to you? Because now I see you're pulling in more young rappers as well. So were rappers inspiring to you, or
I think when you really love music and know music and you don't get trapped in a time warp, you are able to continue and grow with music. Like, I don't ever want to be the old guy that says that's not real music. They're not doing what we do. I don't want to be that guy. So if I see a lot of people gravitating towards a certain type of music and it's not pleasing to my ear, I usually do a little investigating and re-listening to try to understand what it is they like about this person. And then vice versa, I'm still a fan of music. And if I hear something that's dope and I'm vibing with it, then hey, it's good. And don't blame me because you might have got old and your ear got outdated. You don't like what's new and what's hot, but I'm a little baby fan just as well as a lot of these lyricists. Kendrick Lamar and anybody else, and all of the upcoming rappers. Like, I pay attention to the new cats coming up, like that are just bubbling up and things like that. If I like that vibe in the music, because I'm a music person.
Yeah, that's good to know. Can you tell me a little bit about Maps for Music? Because I see you started that program earlier this year, but then we had the pandemic hit. So how did that go?
Yeah, MAPS stands for musicians, artists, producers, and songwriters, and it's something that me, Toxic, Common, we started up to take this music thing in Chicago to another level. We had one way we were doing it before the pandemic, and now we are refreshing everything, switching some things around, changing modes a little bit so that we can be able to still push Maps for Music in the new climate, and then once everything opens back up, we'll be straight. But that's something that students or people can get involved with to learn about the music industry from a totally different perspective than you've always learned. You can get people that know that they are being mentors by just telling their stories and giving their testimonies and talking about what they know about the music industry when they do come on the platform. And you got so many people that are listening and having the opportunity to hear DJ White Shadow or somebody like me or somebody like Ashana or lawyers or attorneys or people who deal with publishing. So many aspects of the music industry come forth and present different ways and new ideas for artists to really take their music and their entertainment as a whole to a whole nother level, because it's not just about the music at this point. So Maps for Music is definitely something that's going to be bigger than what we thought, especially in this new climate.
And everybody's now hooking to that versus battle. Do you have somebody you think that can go with you on that versus battle, or do you feel like you're still in this league of your own?
I really don't mind who I do it with. It's hard for me to think like that, so I kind of let the fans do it,
Okay.
And then it depends on what you're talking about, because some people do the versus battle out of bad vibes, negative energy, and some people do the versus battle off of fun, So the bad vibes version, I don't really know who I could do it with, but the fun versions, there's a few people out there I probably will have fun with,
You don't want to share a bag with her?
It would be somebody that I would be a fan of, like, I don't know off the top, I'll let the fans decide. I don't even want to mention that.
Right, that's a good way to look at it. What should new artists keep in mind when they start in this industry? Because some people are still a little scared, and other people may think all you have to do is have social media following. So what should they consider before starting?
I mean, definitely the social media following helps, but it's all around. You want to make sure that your product is good. You want to make sure your look is sound and everything is up to par. But the main thing is the mindset. You want to know that what you're trying to do is not a one-time achievement. It's not like, oh, I made a hit and now I'm a star forever. You got to keep that ball loaded. So being successful is not the act of doing one thing. It's being able to continuously hit hard, continuously do something that takes you to the top. So one thing I would tell any artist is it's not about one time or doing one thing. You got to be consistent. If you made that hit today or that jam today, don't get so big headed that you think you on top and you gonna stay up there. The old folks will tell you the same ladder you climb up is the same one you got to climb down. So you want to stay consistent with what you're doing, very consistent, and know your business. Don't just be happy to be on the radio station. Happy to have a bunch of followers. Know your business, your percentages, and what type of deals you got, so you know what's going to happen to you in the long run.
So, what's the difference from you back then to you now?
What's the difference with the music?
Yes.
I mean, the technology. Back then you really had to belt it out and really be dope at what you do. And now you got auto tune, you got all these different things that make music sound so much better, or not better, but helps artists be able to take music to a different level than they may have taken it if they came up in art. And I definitely like that you have a bigger platform. When I was coming up, it was hard to promote your music because you had to be on the radio and the television, which was hard to do. But now you got the ability to be in your own home and still be seen with your music. So I think the ability to have a platform, whether you getting paid or not, is a big thing for an artist to be able to showcase their music. So that's one of the biggest things I see in the industry. Or should I say with music that I like in today's age.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know it's a little bit of inconvenience. But I appreciate you joining me today. What other things can we look for you in the future? Because I know you have a lot of stuff that will be out this year. So what is happening next year with you?
Still the music. I'm loving the music. We got a project coming out at the top of next year. It's called The Play. We're talking about a bunch of things that's going on, as well as some feel-good music that I feel people need to hear for 2021. So be listening in the first quarter of the year for me to drop a new project, as well as what I'm doing with the gun camp. We got the gun camp with me and a few of my instructor buddies, my man Creator Scott, and we're going around and we teach firearm safety. So that's one thing that I do a lot that a lot of people don't know, is that I'm an actual firearm instructor for the USCCA. And man, we get it in. We've been going around teaching firearm safety to people the way they should be taught. So if you want to know about firearms the right way, then you hit up the gun camp or go to the website or send me an email, the gun camp.
Okay. Well, make sure we tune in for that one, because we definitely need to be firearm safety. And I guess you need to have one. So it's a conceal and carry program.
Yep, you can get your concealed carry through us, or you can also get your FOIA card, or you can just take our defensive classes that we got for things that you can do to defend yourself before you actually have to pull it in.
And can you give me the name of that again?
The gun camp. You can go to the Instagram, or you can go to Facebook, or you can hit us up on the email. It's theguncamp.com. Everything the gun camp.
Okay. Okay. Thanks again. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold you up. I appreciate it. Not sure what the technical difficulties is about, but I hope you can hear me clear enough to hear me. So thank you. And I appreciate the time. So we're looking forward to your new project, and as well as if they need help, make sure they sign up and get educated about these guns out here. That's right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you too.
Thanks a lot. Hope we keep in touch. Hope we can do something in the future.
Yeah. Let's do it again in the future when we ain't got no scratchy stuff going on. Nice and clear.
Yeah, we wanted to do it in person, but I don't want to keep you with no COVID. I don't want to get COVID either. So I'm trying to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, well, everybody know we just chatted up, so we're gonna do this in the future, y'all. Everybody that see this, so stay tuned.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you too.
Bye. Thanks again to Twista for joining us. Not sure what was going on with the technical difficulties, but really appreciate him spending time with us, letting us know what we need to do if you want to get into the music industry, how you should behave, how he enjoys, still enjoys music. So he does have new projects coming out. Everybody stay tuned for what Twista has in store. Again, thanks for bearing with us through that. Not sure what's going on. Hopefully it records a little bit better. Appreciate you joining me here for Coffea Interviewed. Again, that was Twista. Make sure you tune in with him. Follow him on Instagram, which you probably are. Chicago Love all the way.
I felt this way when I recorded the song.